your soul is dog.
That's right.
You're an emotional fucking.
That's right.
I don't know any more than what I'm telling you, other than I lie. I flat out freaking lie.
That's right. It's time for Rush Limbaugh's Lie of the Day.
Every single thing about you is ugly.
That's right. That's right. It's back. It's back by popular demand. I want you to know I have heard from over. It has been 4 years since we've done a Rush Limbaugh Lie of the Day. 4 years since we've done a Rush Limbaugh Lie of the Day. I went and I started listening to him the other day. I have not listened to his show in 4 years. I started listening to his show the other day. It was just like it was like I never left. He was saying the same stuff. The same stuff he's been saying forever. He never changes. He's been doing this for 25 years. And it's like the message never changes. He says the same thing every day, over and over and over again. Yesterday he was talking about Obama and the millennials. That's the people between 18 and 25, young people who overwhelmingly voted to re-elect the president this last November. The young people who are pretty much poisoned to the notion of voting Republican. And Limbaugh was talking about them and the current economic situation that we find ourselves in. Let's listen to him.
I don't think that Obama campaigned on socialism. He would have lost. I think what Obama campaigned on was something that is highly seductive to young people and women, and that is a better tomorrow, a brighter future.
Can you imagine such a thing? A candidate for somebody running for president, running on a brighter future. If you elect me, things are going to get better.
Oh, a wise guy, eh?
Can you imagine that dastardly fiend? How dare he run on optimism? By the way, Limbaugh steps all over himself on the optimism frame. We're going to get to that. But this is how he opens up. This is how he appealed to those millennials by promising them a better tomorrow. Let's see what else. What he went on. He wasn't finished.
Go back and look at the image that was concocted of Obama. He's going to end all the acrimony. He's going to end all the bickering, all the argument. He's going to bring about love, and the country's going to be respected, and everybody's going to have a job. He was selling utopia. He wasn't selling socialism. If he would have sold socialism, he wouldn't have won. Socialism is what they hid.
Socialism is what they hid. It's what they hid. What socialism is he talking about? The next time you hear, by the way, if somebody uses the word socialism, if they use that word, they're a Limbaugh ditto head. They are one of his brainwashed army of flying monkeys. That's right. I forgot. I used to use that phrase. I discovered it reading some of my essays the other day. The flying monkeys. Let's bring that back. Let's start calling Rush Limbaugh's listeners the flying monkeys. If you hear somebody say socialism, if the word crosses their lips, they're a flying monkey. And you may ask them, just ask them, just do it. What socialism? What socialism are you talking about? Tell me something Obama has proposed and succeeded in getting passed or even proposed that amounts to socialism. And what are they going to tell you? The health care plan? Oh, you mean the one that he borrowed from Mitt Romney? The one that was written originally in the early 90s by the Heritage Foundation? That health care plan? Is that the socialism you're talking about? Did Barack Obama ever even suggest a single-payer system? And the answer is no, he didn't. In 2008, when he ran for president, the health care proposal when he campaigned was the same health care proposal that he eventually passed. That's a fact. So, socialism, I don't know what he's talking about. He goes on talking about the pessimism Let's listen.
The overwhelming pessimism that everybody in this country has about their economic future. It's bleak, particularly among young people, and particularly among the people who voted for Obama. They are the most pessimistic, and they're the ones that got us all this.
Right. The economic condition was caused by Barack Obama.
Are you trying to give me the double talk?
You got that? This is, once again, and the guy, it's like, the guy is patented having no memory. The people who, the economic condition of the country today was created by people who the people who voted for Obama voted for this. Well, let me ask Mr. Limbaugh a question. Mr. Limbaugh, who did you vote for in, say, 2004 and 2000? Did you vote for George W. Bush? And did the economy melt down on George W. Bush's watch in 2008? Do you take responsibility for voting for that? Did you or did you not vote for that? And he will deny, I didn't vote for that. But he will not wear the same shoe on the other foot. You see, he will not wear the shoes on his feet he will put on yours. He will not take responsibility for conditions that he will not take the responsibility he would impose upon you, all assuming, of course, that some way or another the president is responsible for the economic conditions that he inherited. We had the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. And we are coming out of it. The housing market is starting to come back. Right here in Alachua County, there has been a 12% increase in mean housing prices over last year. The number of housing units sold has doubled. There was an article the other day, real estate agents are talking about how it's fun to be selling real estate again. I will bet you those real estate agents did not vote for the president, by and large. I will bet you that. And I am wondering, this might be a field project to go out and find out who they would vote for. Let's see what else Limbaugh's got to say.
And what Obama does is promise the sun and the moon and stars and flowers and light and peace and love. And he's selling this brighter future out there with no substance whatsoever. A bunch of lies, actually.
Right. He's selling this brighter future with no substance. Right. He didn't campaign on a health care reform pattern written by Republicans 15 years ago that he passed. He campaigned on it and he got it passed. The stimulus package in early 2009, which, by the way, Paul Krugman said it wasn't enough. He said if you don't have more stimulus, you're going to have a lost decade. Obama got what he could get out of a Congress that had met the day he was sworn in. They had a secret meeting, and they said, we've got to obstruct everything he wants to do. They have been trying to stop the president from fixing the economy that they broke. And now they've got their shill, Rush Limbaugh, out trying to blame their obstruction on the president. Would you like to hear what the president actually said? Since, he promised sweetness and light and panacea and utopia. What did the president actually say? I actually have a clip of him speaking at the convention. Let's listen.
Now, I won't pretend the path I'm offering is quick or easy. I never have. You didn't elect me to tell you what you wanted to hear. You elected me to tell you the truth. And the truth is, it will take more than a few years for us to solve challenges that have built up over decades. It'll require common effort and shared responsibility and the kind of bold, persistent experimentation that Franklin Roosevelt pursued during the only crisis worse than this one. And by the way, those of us who carry on his party's legacy should remember that not every problem can be remedied with another government program or dictate from Washington.
Does that sound like big promises? Does that sound like sweetness and light and panacea? No, the president, in fact, and once again, I don't think that Rush Limbaugh actually ever listens to the president. There's one thing that I've noticed. Now that I've waded back in and started looking at what he does on his show, there's something he doesn't do as much as he used to. He doesn't quote Obama. He doesn't play Obama talking as much. And this is why. This is why right here. It took me about 30 seconds to find what the president said at his convention speech, to see if he promised sweetness and light and panacea. And the answer is, of course, he did not. And that's exactly why, if Limbaugh wants to know the reason that the public is not turning on Obama, even though the economy is growing slower than he would like and I would like and anybody would like, it is because the president has been straight with people. He's been straight. He has never promised any of that pie in the sky that Limbaugh told you about. Limbaugh is the one. Limbaugh is the one, and the Republicans are the one who want to try to promise you something for nothing. The plain truth is that the Republicans created this economy. They wrecked the economy because that's what they do. It's one of those facts that nobody knows. One of those facts that nobody knows, the Republicans, and everybody ought to know. It needs to become a television fact. It needs to be something that everybody knows, but it's not reported, is that Republicans create recession every time they occupy the White House. We'll be back.
Your soul is dope.
The Rush Limbaugh Lie of the Day, 5 days a week at JoeLylesRadio.com.
Every single fucking thing about you is wrong.